tumekuja kwa sababu
you can hand over this, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Ama nianze tu alafu uendelee. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these are residents of Westlands and some from Dagoretti, the larger Dagoretti, both Dagoretti North and Dagoretti South. And they are here today to present petition to Parliament. And this petition is about the landowners of Kangemi and the larger Dagoretti on the implementation of the Nairobi Rivers Commission project. There's a very serious crisis that is ongoing around Nairobi. First of all, we obtained court orders from, we got court orders to conservatory orders to prevent the police and the government from demolishing structures, houses, business premises that belong to Nairobians without following due process. There's the proper procedure that must be followed if you want to demolish a property or if you want to acquire a property. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a procedure, laid out procedure that the government must follow, not using other institutions which have no constitutional mandate to acquire parcels of land. We know that parcels of land should be acquired by the National Land Commission, and we know that in case it is a private property, then it is very clear the CEC, County CEC, or the Waziri, Cabinet Secretary for Land, should write to the National Land Commission stating the reasons why they need to acquire, why they need to take the private property from private landowners, after which if the National Land Commission agrees, they will go and survey and they can object or agree to acquisition of these parcels of land, the process called compulsory acquisition. If they agree, then the CEC or the Cabinet Secretary for Lands, through the National Land Commission, will acquire the said parcels of land subject to compensation. But you see, the parcels of land that we have, they want to say that they want to do a regeneration program. Nairobi River itself, that is a sewage. There is nothing you can regenerate from that sewage, except probably using that water for farming. And again, that is not the program that you're putting in place. And if you're supposed to take up to around 6 meters, as per the titles, that was the agreed land that was constitutionally, that was agreed upon, right from 1959 up to date. Right now, the government purporting to extend to 30 meters, to 60 meters. That is fraudulently obtaining land that belong to the people of Westlands and the larger Dagoretti. So you should not agree to for the government to fraudulently obtain your parcels of land. I'm here as an advocate representing these ladies and gentlemen, representing our parents. There's nowhere they will go. After demolishing, there's nowhere they will go. We know we love development, but you cannot bring development to the detriment of humanity. You cannot bring development. Development must come to the people. It is not coming to non-existing objects. It's coming to the people. And the same people, if you frustrate them, where do you want them to go? These are people who have sentimental attachment to their property, their parcels of land. And therefore, we will not allow. We want procedure to be followed. So they brought a petition here. We will take them to the clerk, who will assign this duty to the Lands Committee, and we want justice to be served to the great people of Westlands and Dagoretti, and also the great people of Gikomba, the great people of Bahati, the great people of Shauri. There's a court order in existence preventing the authorities from demolishing properties. They have to wait for that, for the court process, for litigation to take place. So we will go with 2 or 3 of you to the office of the clerk, present this petition, and I pray that justice shall be served. I will give 3 of you an opportunity, 4 of you, 2 of my mothers, and 2 of our fathers to speak on your behalf, and then we